Keep in mind, Abraham Lincoln did not look like a 13-year-old girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Abraham Lincoln. I was born February 12th, 1809, in Hardin County, Kentucky. My parents were both from Virginia. We lived in a small log cabin. My mother died when I was 10. I loved to read. I did not have much of an education, but my favorite book was The Life of George Washington. I was raised to do farm work and split rails growing up. I then became a lawyer. I started opposing slavery around this time. I was part of the Whig Party. I ran for the legislature, but was beaten. I married Mary Todd. Her family disapproved of our marriage. I was elected President of the United States. On April 12, 1861, the Civil War began. On November 19, 1863, I gave the famous Gettysburg Address. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us to be here, dedicated here, to the great unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we are highly resolved that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth. When the Civil War ended, I was very happy. The Union had won. To celebrate the end of the war, my wife and I went to Ford's Theater. "Fourscore and 7 years ago, our..." Sorry. Oh my God, I'm gonna die.